Hi, yoga friends. Thank you for joining me for yoga this morning. We're going to have a wonderful hour together of gentle stretch and breathe yoga. I've been traveling, as many of you know, and I'll soon be home to return to a routine that is familiar. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to travel and very grateful to be returning home soon. So let's get ready for some gentle yoga. Find your yoga mat, get comfortable, and we'll start in the seated position. Hey, Jane's already with me. Nice to see you, Jane. Namaste. All right, let's get on our mats. Cross-legged, back straight, rooting down into the earth with your hip bones. You can pull the flesh away from your sitting bones if that suits you. Take a moment to just sit and breathe. You can let your arms relax and rest on your knees, palms up to be receptive. Audrey and Craig, thank you for joining me today. All right, we're here now doing our yoga, communicating with our true self, focusing on breath. Close the eyes for a moment and just let your mind imagine a perfect small seashell, beautiful, humble, common even. And in your imagination, start to travel up and in, following the whirl, the slow, gentle curve inward. And realize that God, the universe, Mother Nature, shows us the way all the time in these little ways of how to be. Come into your true self. And as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in gratitude and peacefulness, love and support, joy. As you exhale, imagine you're breathing out worry, anxiety, fear, anger, tension. Bad habits. Breathing in good habits, new habits. Eating healthy. Breathing deeply. Being in the moment, every moment. Exhale, get rid of all the excess baggage that we carry around, the need to be fully entertained at every moment, to occupy our minds with busy thoughts and little games on our phone and little TV shows that fill our thoughts, fill our minds. Let it go right now as you enter into your true inner self, following that spiral in, finding the source of the seashell inside that very point where it all starts. Thank you for that. Namaste. Let's do some yoga. Hands to prayer pose and breathe in, lift up. Open your eyes and blink, wiggle your fingers, breathe deeply. And bring it back down to the sides. Keep those fingers wiggling all the way to the floor. One hand finds the floor on the right. Walk the fingers away and bring your other hand up. Stretch it way up. Stretch as tall as you can. Reach for the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale. Let the shoulders sink back down into its socket. And let's go on over. You can maybe bring your elbow down to the floor. And stretching over. Feel the stretch from your hip all the way to your fingertips through the waist, through the rib cage on the side, creating space between the bones, through the elbow and the armpit, the wrist, the palm of the hand. Spread your fingers wide. Keep breathing deeply. In through the nose, out through loose lips, if that suits you. One more good breath in and out. And push against the floor. Bring yourself up. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right. And bring your arms up into a prayer above your head. Bring it down to your heart. Take a few breaths here with your hands held right at your heart. Bow your head. 2 more breaths just like that. In and out, slow and deep. We're centering ourselves. Reach those hands up, look up, wiggle the fingers, breathe deep. Hands come out to the side, keep wiggling those fingers and your thumbs all the way down to the floor. The other hand touches the floor, walk the fingers away, bring that opposite hand up. Reach up as high as you can, stretching from the waist to your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Breathe deeply. And as you exhale, allow your shoulder to sink down into its socket. Walk your fingers away a little farther. Bring the elbow down and over we go. Stretch through the side from the hip to the fingertips. Spread your fingers wide. Breathe deeply. One more long, deep, slow, full breath in and out. And then when you're ready, push against the floor and bring yourself out, arms up, find your prayer, bring it down to your heart. Stay here for a moment, bow the head, relax, find your center, find balance, and feel your body already saying thank you. Thank you for the stretch, thank you for the breath. Beautiful. Let's stretch the legs out. Let's see what my comments are. Oh, good morning, Mr. King and Ann. I'm so happy you're with me today. That makes me so joyful. Let's stretch those legs out. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones, if that suits you, and flex your ankles or point your toes. Experiment a little bit. See which one you like. If you are one of those people who can't quite get your legs straight, you can have them bent a little bit, but still push your ankles around and find what's suitable for you. And if you can, we're going to try and reach from the hips. Just push your hands along the top of your legs to the knees and reach for the ankles. And then as you inhale, come back up. Bring the hands back to the hips. We're just going to do that a few more times. Push. I think I see Ellis is with us today. Thank you, Ellis. Breathing in, we bring the hands to the hips. Breathing out, exhaling, bring the hands towards the ankles or maybe the toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach forward, drop your head. Slow it down. Breathe slowly, move slowly. Be one with yourself here. Let your breath lead the movement. Let's do that 2 more times and let your legs get really soft as we bend forward and come up. Maybe the knees bend slightly. The feet can flop outwards. You see my feet are flopped outwards. And as we come down this time, reach towards the instep, the arch of the foot, and round your back. Drop your head. We'll stay in this caterpillar pose for 4 breaths. Relax your neck. Let your head be so heavy. Don't hold it at all. Be with yourself here. Relax. And when you're ready, walk your hands up your legs and bring the body upright again. And let's bring one heel in. This heel can come all the way up to the crotch, or it can be at the knee, or it can be out a little bit, whatever suits you. We're going to try and sit really tall. Sit super tall, straight back, shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Just let your arms find a place to rest. Wherever they find is fine. And flex that straight ankle. Toes reaching up to the ceiling, or maybe even a little bit back towards your face. All right, now we're going to relax the foot and walk the hands down to reach beyond your toes. See if you can reach beyond your toes. Look down at your knees so your neck is straight and in a comfortable position. I want you to try and connect with your tailbone here all the way to your fingers, reaching forward. It's a super vibrant stretch. Reaching as far forward as you can. Imagine there's a basket of fruit out there and you're trying to reach to get the banana off the top of the stack of fruit. Reach, reach, reach. Keep breathing. One more good breath. Hands to the floor. Push yourself up. Let's try the other leg. Stretching out one, bending up the other. Find your perfect place for that foot. By the knee, out to the side, or up in the apex of your crotch. And we're going to flex the ankle for a moment and sit really tall. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Let your heart shine forward. Lengthen the neck. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Just sit tall. Breathe deep. Beautiful. And you may notice, if you're getting your legs straight, that the back of the knee is open to the earth, and there's a lot of energy between that soft tissue in the back of the knee and the earth's energy. Let that communicate. Imagine it's like a window in the back of your knee, and it opens and a breeze blows through. Wonderful. Okay, well, start to relax this leg, let it relax, and walk your hands down, and then we're going to reach beyond the toes. Reach, 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 vibrant stretch. Look down at your legs so your neck is straight. Find your reach and extend it from the tailbone to the fingertips. Reach, reach, keep breathing. Very vibrant, very strong. One more good breath in and out. Hands to the floor, push yourself up. Beautiful. Stretch those legs out and give them a jiggle. Let's get ready to lay back on the mat. Find your knees bent and your heels a little bit close to your hips. Take a moment to pick your chest up and scoot your shoulder blades down away from your ears. And then settle your hips in. You can let your arms go to whatever position feels comfortable to you right now. Maybe out to the side, away from your hips. Maybe out directly from your shoulders. Or up in a surrender pose like a cactus shape. Whatever position feels good to you, that's perfect. Relax your shoulders, relax your waist, relax your hips. Let's walk the feet out a little wider than the hips and let the knees lean against each other for a moment so we can really relax. And bring your attention to your breath. We're going to breathe the belly rising up and expanding. Then the chest rising up and expanding. Then they rise and expand together a little bit more. And exhale, everything comes out. They all sink together all the way down. At the end, squeeze the belly in gently, snugging it in so the belly button squeezes back towards the spine. And let's do it again. Belly expands and rises. Chest rises and expands. Belly and chest rise and expand together. And let it all go. You can blow out through your lips if you want. That's very relaxing. But at the end, squeeze. Force all the old air out. Let's do it one more time, just like that. Belly, chest, everything big, big, big. And let it go. Squeeze. Beautiful. Walk your heels back so they're in line with your hips, and we're just going to drop the knees to the right, pick them up, drop the knees to the left. Like windshield wipers, and I just hit the cabinet, so I'm going to scoot away a little bit. All right, like windshield wipers, back and forth, allow the knees to sort of flop with very little control. Allow the knees to rock from right to left together, or a little bit one at a time. Left over, right back, left back. As you do this, just ask your hips to be super relaxed and super loose. Beautiful. All right, bring those knees up, bring the knees to the chest, hands to the knees, squeeze it in and release. Exhale as you squeeze in, inhale as you release. Almost like working a bellows. One more time. And hold the squeeze in. Exhale. Keep holding those knees into your chest with strong arms and strong hands. Let the knees separate. Let them go as wide as they want to. Stay there for a moment. Take 2 breaths. Release and relax. Knees come halfway back and just rock a little bit left and right. Feel that pressure on the back shift across your hips, across your back of your rib cage. A little gentle massage going on there, loose and relaxed, breathing deep. All right, stretch those legs up into the sky and reach with your hands. We're going to flex the ankles and flex the wrists. And then we're going to point. When you point your toes, they point up to the ceiling. When you point your hands, they come all the way over like the bird head, like a flamingo head. Back and forth a few more times, breathing as you flex and point. Keep going. Flex and point. Flex and point. Let's circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Any way you want is fine. One way and then the other. Take your time. Breathe deep. All right. Bring your hands and your ankles into a nice strong flex. And imagine you've got something heavy on each of your hands and feet. Big, heavy book or big heavy slab of concrete. Bend it down, but don't let it fall off your hands and feet. Bend it down, push it up. Keep it flat to the ceiling and up. Let's go 10 more times. That's 10. Down. That's 9. Bring it down. Push it up. 8. Down. That's 7. Down. And 6. Halfway there. Down. And 5. Bring it down. Push it up. It's heavy. 4. Push it up. It's heavy. 3. Really imagine it's so very heavy. 2. Last time, push it up. It's heavy. And the weight is gone. Circle your ankles. Circle your wrists. And breathe deep. Beautiful. Let's stretch out. Bring the legs down to the floor. Arms overhead. Stretch your body long and straight. Big inhale here. Stretch. Expand your rib cage as big as you can. Breathe in. And exhale. Just relax. Relax. Let yourself be heavy against the floor. Don't resist gravity at all. Be heavy and relaxed. Nice. Beautiful. Let's bring that right knee up. Both hands come to the right knee and just pull it into the chest and release a few times. All right. Hands to the floor. We're going to circle the knee around. You can let it be a big circle or a small circle, whatever suits you. If you feel like there's a clicking in your hip or any pain or discomfort or sensitivity, you might want to make your circle small. Just whatever your range of motion is, be grateful for it. You know it always could be worse, right? So be grateful. There are people who would give anything to be able to move in any amount like you're doing now. And you are doing it. So breathe and move your knee in a circle as big as you like. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Imagine your breath is the lubrication, like oil in that ball and socket joint of your hip. Change direction whenever you want. Beautiful. All right, we're going to stretch that leg up to the ceiling. And if it's a little bent, we're not going to worry about it. If it's straight, that's awesome. Reach your hands and grab a hold of the leg wherever your hands reach. And gently pull 1 inch towards your face and let it go back to more or less vertical, straight up out of your hip. That's your comfort zone. As you pull, you're reaching your edge of your range of motion and then back to your comfort zone. Let's match our breathing to our movement. Exhale as you pull. Inhale when your foot is back in your comfort zone. Pull, exhale, release, inhale. Find your full range of motion, but don't push past your edge. Be gentle with yourself and work with your breath as much as anything. It's not really about making the legs stretch into some weird position that's really extreme. We just want to find our range of motion and work with our breath. And over time, you'll find that things become a little looser, the movement becomes a little easier and smoother. If it doesn't, stay small or just rest. You can put your leg down and rest if that's what you need to do right now. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Appreciate your inner teacher, your inner yoga teacher, your inner master. Listen with love to the body. All right, if you're ready, we'll hold the leg at or near your edge of your range of motion. Stay here and just ask the leg to relax. You could even rub the back of the leg from the calf, back of the knee, back of the hamstring muscle, all the way up towards the hip. And just say, it's okay, relax. Seeking quietness and stillness. Stay here for 3 more slow breaths. If you feel an urge to go a little deeper, gently pull a little bit into your new edge. There's a little bit of a release reflex that happens after about 30 seconds when you're stretching a muscle like this. And if you feel it, you can kind of come into a new edge. Hold there. Let's breathe. If you didn't move closer, just hold right where you are, or you can come out of the stretch if you need to. Beautiful. Awesome. Let's release, bend that knee, and we're going to do the rock the baby. So that means you're going to let the knee go way out to the side, and you're going to reach with your opposite hand for the foot. One hand on your knee, one hand on your ankle or your heel, and we imagine you're holding a baby in your arms. Rock it back and forth across. And of course, we're going to breathe, breathe, breathe. And some of you may know what's coming next. Spinal twist. Bring the knee across the body and allow your arms to open up like a capital letter T, chest facing the ceiling. You can bend both knees a little bit if you want and just relax the hip. You may feel an urge to turn your head in the opposite direction of your knee, but don't do that if you feel like you have to work your neck muscles and keep your head pushed in that direction. You can certainly move to turn your head facing forward, up towards the ceiling, or you can turn your head to face the same direction as your knee. It's a little bit like wringing out a washcloth here. We're just asking the spine to relax in a strong spinal twist. Maybe your knee is on the floor, maybe it's hovering above the floor, or maybe you have a little pillow that you put under your knee for support. Any of that is fine. And you're certainly welcome to adjust in order to make your spinal twist more comfortable. The most important thing here is that you relax and breathe. When you're ready, bring your knee back, roll onto your back, and let's do another long body stretch, realigning everything in the spine and the hips and the shoulders. Stretch. Arms overhead, toes pointed, reach and breathe in. Expand your rib cage. And then relax, relax, be heavy. Awesome. We're going to bring that left knee up to the chest, bend the knee, bring the hands to the knee, squeeze it in and release. 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 Hands come to the floor and make a circle with your knee, big as you like. Bring it around with your breath. On part of the circle, exhale. On the other part of your circle, nice and slow. Be sensitive, don't overdo it. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Breathing deeply. Remember, we're imagining that our breath is the lubricant for that ball and socket joint. As you breathe in, really feed the air and the energy of the air into that hip. Awesome. Stretch the leg up. Bring the hands to the knee. If the leg is bent, that's okay. Gently pull the leg 1 inch towards the face and let it come back to your comfort zone, more or less vertical, straight up out of your hip. Find your range of motion. Be very, very gentle. Stretching and breathing. This is the name of the game at Yoga with Lisa SXM. We're just stretching and breathing with gratitude for the movement, gratitude for the peacefulness, the opportunity to connect with each other and with ourselves. I'm so, so grateful to see all your smiling faces still with me after I was traveling the last 2 sessions and had to give you, my husband actually posted, please find your favorite old session and rewatch it. I was a little afraid maybe some people wouldn't come back after the break, but I'm so happy to see that so many people did. All right, let's see if we can hold that leg at or near our range of motion to relax the back of the leg, maybe rub back there from the hip all the way past the back of the knee and the calf muscle, maybe even all the way up to the ankle and the Achilles tendon. Giving it a loving squeeze and release massage, asking the leg to relax. Find your stillness. Connect with your breath. Listening with love to the body, not going past our limits. Being gentle. Remember, I'm just one lady talking to all of you. I can't know the specific issues in your tissues, so you have to do that for me. Be gentle. Be soft. If you feel the urge to go a little deeper now that we've been patient, maybe go a little deeper and just find your stillness again. Keep your breath moving. And let's see if we can slowly relax. Release the leg, bend the knee, and bend the knee out to the side. Bring the heel close to the belly button. Opposite hand reaches for the foot. Same hand reaches for the knee. Rock the baby across the body. Wonderful breath here, deep and full. Way into the belly with your inhalation. And when you're ready, bring the knee across all the way to the floor or just above it. Open your hands out to the side like a capital letter T. Find your balance, bend your knees, release through the hips. The tailbone relaxes. Arms can adjust to that perfect position that allows you deep relaxation. And here I ask you to really go through each section of your spine from tailbone to neck and ask each section, are you 100% relaxed? If not, why not? No judgment. Just ask what's going on. Why can't you relax? And then see if you can't just try to trust yourself enough to let go. Let go and relax. Let gravity pull you down without resisting. This is the healing moment when you inhale joy and health. Exhale any stored toxins that have been stored in your cells because of tension, because of holding. Let it all go. Adjust as you need. Allow yourself to be so relaxed and so grateful. I'm so pleased you're still with me. Let's roll out to our backs and stretch long, long body stretch, as if you just woke up from the most wonderful sleep of your life and you're just feeling healthy and wonderful. Stretch long. Let's make the left side a little longer than the right side a little longer than the left. And one more time, the left side reaching long, the right side reaching long. Beautiful. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Turn the palms down, bend the knees. And let's pick the hips off the ground up into a bridge. Let your chest rise to meet your chin. Lengthen the back of your neck. Squeeze your buttocks, lift it just a little higher. And as you come out of this, we're going to roll the spine down onto the floor, one vertebrae at a time, starting with the upper back and the mid back, around the waist area and the lower back. Down we go. Sink those hips down into the floor and open the knees wide. Bring your soles of your feet together, heels touching, toes touching. See if you can relax your knees. If you need to scoot your feet away from your hips, if that helps you, you can do that. Let's turn the hands palm up, everything relaxed. Big breath in. Let it go. And bring the knees up again. Hands to the floor, palms down, bring the hips off the ground. Squeeze the buttocks, lift it up, bring your chest to your chin, lengthen the back of your neck, relax your shoulders. Breathe deep. And coming out one vertebrae at a time, up to down, onto the floor, rounding the lower back down, snuggle the hips in. Reclined cobbler, soles of the feet come together, knees come down, turn the palms up. Now we're going to modify that bridge. Bring your feet flat to the floor again, and let's see if we can bring one foot more to the center. Your right foot can move more to the center. Your left ankle come to your knee. Bring those hands palm down for a little support and strength. Picking the hips up, you may not be able to lift very high. See if you can push that knee away and come on down. Let's change sides. Pushing the knee away. Hands strong on the floor. See if you can lift your hips up in this position. And come on down. Feet to the floor. This time we're going to bring the hips up with both feet on the floor, and we're going to see if we can walk the shoulders together under the upper back, clasping the hands together under the tailbone. Find a good place for your feet, strong on the floor. Push your heels down. Push your toes and the balls of your feet down. Push the hips up. A strong compression of the chest against the chin. Lengthen the back of your neck. Squeeze the buttocks up. And let's do 5 big, strong bellows breath. Blow out with your lips. Breathe in through your nose. Squeeze your buttocks. One more breath. Beautiful. Relax your hands and reach up from the shoulders. Roll your back down onto the floor. Bring your knees up to your hands. Grab onto your knees. Bring your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Rock left and right. Beautiful. All right. Bring your knees, just hands on your knees, just like they are. Bring them away from your chest. Bring your head off the mat and slowly begin to rock along the spine from tailbone to neck. You can kick your legs out a little bit if that helps you. Let's see if we can rock 5 more times. 1, 2, 3. Be gentle with yourself. Make sure you have good padding under your spine to do this. And up we come into seated and back to cross-legged. Who's still with me? All right, the diehards are still there. Namaste, you guys. Let's take a moment to be really tall. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Sitting with the hands resting on the knees. Shoulders squeeze back. The head lifts up. want you to think of your heart shining forward, your sternum pushing forward, rearranging the position of your skeleton in the shoulders, collarbones, and ribs, letting the chest expand forward, the shoulders move back, and they're going to work with the chin. Push the chin forward and back. Breathing in, it's like a turtle sticking his head out of his shell. Forward and back. Forward and back. Now the chin goes over the right shoulder and forward, over the left shoulder and forward. Breathing in, forward, exhale. Looking left, breathe in. Looking forward, exhale. One more time. Revisit the squeeze of the shoulder blades back. Straight, strong torso. Sternum pushing forward. Chin forward, chin back. Chin forward, chin back. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Now we're going to open our mouth wide for a silent scream and stick the tongue out. Maybe your tongue can even touch your chin. That's really good for oral health and the jaws and the neck muscles, facial yoga. So we're going to stick the tongue way out for a silent scream. You can make your eyes big too. Keep breathing while your tongue is out. And now kiss the ceiling, pucker it up. Keep kissing up at the ceiling, pucker it up. Keep breathing, keep pushing your lips towards the ceiling, pucker it up. All right, back to silent scream and breathing in and out. Silent scream is done. Let's kiss the ceiling. All right, hands to prayer pose. Thank you for that. Beautiful. Let's rest the hands on the knees again and drop one ear down to the shoulder. It maybe doesn't go very far. That's okay. Don't overdo it. Don't push. Lengthening from behind the ear down to the opposite shoulder, gently releasing. And with an inhalation, let's bring the head up. Exhale at the top. Inhale at the top. Exhale, tilt the head over the other way. Ear down to the shoulder. Shoulders do not rise. They stay down. And up, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Drop the head one way. Let's inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop it down. We'll do it 2 more times on your own pace. All right, bring those hands to prayer pose. Bow the head and sink the hands down so the thumbs are right at your heart. Bow your head, release the back of your neck. Release your belly. And let's lay the hands in the lap. Just gently find a place for them to rest. Your back is pretty straight here, but your shoulders can slump a little bit forward. Release the back of the neck. Let your head be super heavy. Release your belly. Now let's let the chin trace the collarbone to the shoulder on the right, then back to the center, to the shoulder on the left, and back to the center. Slow it down. Breathe as you move. Release your neck. Come back to the center. Let the head hang forward of the chest. One hand, your dominant hand, coming back to squeeze the neck and release. Squeeze and release. Working up towards the base of the skull and down towards where the shoulders and neck connect. Let's bring the other hand up to complement, squeeze and release, changing positions. Bring the hands to the shoulders where they're horizontal, right where the neck connects to the shoulders. Reach those fingertips back. Reach inside your shirt if you can and dig your fingertips into the muscle at the top of your shoulder blades. And we're going to just drag those fingertips over the crest of the shoulders. And exhale. Let's do that again. Reach way back, as far back as you can. Dig those fingertips in. Big breath in. Exhale. Drag your fingertips over the crest of the shoulders. Exhale. Beautiful. And one more time, just like that. Awesome. Reach your hands forward. Stretch your fingers. Reach forward. Grab an elbow and pull the shoulder across the front of the chest. 3 breaths. And release. Both hands reach forward. Grab the other elbow and bring it across. Breathe. And release. Reach both hands forward. Take the right hand up. Drop the elbow down. Drop the hands down. Grab the elbow. Bring it a little bit behind your head. Stretching through the armpit. Big breaths. Both hands reach up. Drop the other hand down. Grab the elbow. Just urge it back behind the head just a little bit. Awesome. Both hands up. Stretch it out to the side. Turn the palms up. Breathe in. Lift up. Fingertips touch. Bring it to your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Reach up. Turn the palms out. Push it down to the floor. Exhale. 2 more times, just like that. Breathing in and up. Exhale to the heart. Push it up. Breathe in. Spread it wide. Exhale to the floor. 1 more time. Awesome. Just shake your arms out, crisscrossing in front and behind. In front and behind. And we're going to come up onto hands and knees and do Audrey's favorite thing. Cat and cow, but we won't be too repetitive. We're just going to do it a little bit here. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Strong table. Don't collapse in the shoulders. Arch the back up and drop the head. Feel each of your vertebrae move up into an arch. Coming back to a flat back, lift your face, lift your tailbone, let the middle of the back sink down, almost like a hammock hanging from your hips and your shoulders. And up we go, up and arch it. Exhale. Inhale, lift the face, lift the tailbone, sway down into cow position. Breathing in. 2 more times. Exhale, drop your head, drop your tailbone, round it up. Inhale, lift it up, sink it down. 1 more time. Awesome. Let's sit back on our heels and walk the hands forward. Find your pose of a child. Forehead comes to the floor. Deep relaxation here. Feel yourself really give up and find gravity, letting you be completely relaxed. Take a moment for humility and acceptance. Awesome. Come back up to your table position, nice and strong. Hands under the shoulders, knees under hips. Let's thread the needle. Left hand behind the right wrist. Bring the shoulder down. Bring the side of your face down. And stretch your top arm out to touch the floor beyond the fingertips of the lower hand. Reach up to the ceiling, maybe even over the top. Feel that shoulder stretch. Feel that shoulder blade
adjust itself. Come down, touch the floor, and bring it up. Breathe in. Exhale, touch the floor. Exhale, inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. Down and up. Leave the arm reaching up. Let it just find a balance point there. Relax. Bend the elbow. Bring the hand to the floor and push yourself back up. Cat and cow twice. And arch. And sway. Let me turn around. You don't have to. I just want to be able to look at the camera when I'm down. Beautiful. Here we go. We're going to thread the needle on the other side. Shoulder comes down. Side of your head comes down. Maybe your temple or your cheek is on the floor. And turn that palm up. And then we're going to reach the top hand out beyond those fingers. Touch the floor. Lift it up. Breathe in. Exhale. Touch the floor. And up. Touch the floor. And up. And touch the floor. This time bring it up and find a balance point. Leave the arm up. Relax the arm. Awesome. Bend the elbow. Put the hand on the floor. Come back to cat and cow. Arch and sway. Arch and sway. Arch and sway. This time we're going to come down to a flat back. Strong hands on the floor. Push those fingertips in. Turn your toes under. We're going to downward dog. Bring the hips up. Find the legs straightening a little bit. Find your feet's perfect position for downward dog. Strong on the floor. Hands and feet connected to the earth. Lift the hips up and back and relax your neck. Let your head drop down towards the floor between your arms. Let's walk the dog. One heel up, one heel down. Let your hips move left and right. A lot of movement in the hips. A lot of good breath. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's walk the feet a little closer to the hands. Bend those knees. Walk the hands a little closer to the feet and let yourself hang in ragdoll. You can cross your arms if you want to let the weight of your arms pull a little bit on the top of the body. Maybe you feel it in your hamstrings or your hips or your lower back or your upper back. Be gentle with yourself. We're going to bend the knees and put the hands on the floor. Hands move to the knees. Push against the knees and bring yourself up to standing. Take your time. And you may know that we're about to have a nice full moon coming soon. Wednesday, in the early morning hours, I believe. And so let's do the moon salute. It's going to be a supermoon, which means that the moon is a little closer to the earth. It's at perigee, and so therefore it'll look a little bit bigger than normal. And some places will even have a total solar eclipse. I don't think St. Martin is going to see that, but you may see a partial solar eclipse. It's worth checking out for sure. So find yourself standing tall in mountain pose. Moon salute starts in mountain pose. Make sure your feet are connected to the earth at the heel and at the big toe ball of the foot and the little toe ball of the foot. Each foot has a triangle of support. Push them down into the earth and feel the arch rise and pull the energy of the earth up into the arch of the foot and up, lifting the knees, tightening the thighs, tucking the belly in. Tailbone tucks down and aims towards your heels. So you're not sway backed. You're really pushing the belly in and the hips in. And then just let your shoulders squeeze back and then arms hang. Lifting from the arch of the feet, from the sole of the feet up to the top of the head. Arms hang. Mountain pose, beautiful, strong, powerful, connected to the earth, head in the sky. Arms are going to reach out, fingers spread wide, sunrise on the mountain. Reach up, breathe in, and interlock your fingers in temple pose. That means your index fingers are up and everything else is clasped. And really push your biceps against your ears if you can. If you can't, just do what you can and be grateful for that. We're going to try and make ourselves as tall as possible, stretching up into a needle pose. That's the needle pose right there. Hold it for a moment as you breathe. Strong and tall. Excellent. Now bring your hands to a prayer pose and soften everything and come over into a crescent moon shape. Soften everything. Soften the knees are bent, the belly is loose, the arms are bent, the wrists are soft, the fingers are soft. That's the crescent. Now we come back to needle. Tight, 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 up, up, up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let's crescent the other way. Crescent, soft, mushy, released, feminine. Bring it up to needle again. Tall, 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 straight, straight, straight. Breathe in. All right, now we're going to the full moon phase. Bring your foot out. And spread your fingers wide. Your toes can point a little bit out, not necessarily straight forward, just a little bit out. We're going to bend the knees and let your knees go over your toes or over your ankles. You don't want your knees to come forward while your feet are out there. Try and make it a plie. If you can't do that, bring your feet in a little closer so that your knees are going out and not forward. All right, so full moon, we come down, bend the elbows, bend the knees, tuck that tailbone under, tighten up your belly. And here we're going to do woman warrior, so stick that tongue out and bring your eyes to look straight up. And from here we go straight to needle, one step. Squeeze it up, squeeze, 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 tall, 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 breathe in. And soften to crescent. Back to needle. And soften to crescent. Come back to needle, squeeze it up, breathe in. Get ready to do the full moon on the other side. Stretch it out. Bend the elbows and knees. Knees go out. Stick your tongue out. Look up through the top of your eyes. And back. Five-pointed star. I think I skipped that on the other side. And back to needle. Squeeze it up. Crescent moon. And up we go. Soft crescent moon on the other side. All right, let's do it again. Needle pose. One step out to full moon. Five-pointed star. Woman warrior. Five-pointed star. Needle pose. Crescent moon. Needle pose. Crescent moon. Needle pose. Open it up for full moon on the other side. Five-pointed star. Full moon, warrior woman. Five-pointed star. And one step back to needle pose. Squeeze it up. And hands coming down to prayer for gratitude for all that we've done together. Let's finish on the floor. So thank you so much for being here today, and I will be home with my regular routine soon. Enjoy the full moon this Wednesday. Spend the rest of this day with healthy habits. Eat some fruit, drink some water, keep breathing, keep being in the moment. I am so, so grateful for each of you. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember to take your yoga with you wherever you go and believe that peace is possible in this world. If we don't even believe that it's possible, how will it ever come to be? So spread love through the smile in your eyes, the joy in your spirit, your radiant heart beaming out to all that you see, all that you encounter. Namaste. Take care.